Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello and welcome to another Mirror Gaming live stream. We're playing Dragon's Dogma 2 live the day before release. You might have been with us earlier today. We tried to do a stream and my internet went down. Apologies to everyone, but we are continuing in our stream from here. I'm Nathan Bliss, game editor at Mirror Gaming. We're playing Dragon's Dogma 2. This is Scott McCrae, Mirror Gaming freelance news writer. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. You all right?
Yeah, doing good. Enjoying Dragon's Dogma.
So was I until our internet went down. But yeah, let's continue. We're watching Scott McCrae's gameplay here. This is from PS5, right?
Yep.
PS5 gameplay of Dragon's Dogma 2. We have just got to Melv, where we will kick off our journey once again with Bulk Hogan and who's the other character?
It's I tried to name Andrew the Large, but there wasn't enough characters, so it's just Andre for now. But
okay, so you join us with this cutscene has come at the best time. Oh, whoa! What happened then?
He managed to escape.
So sorry to everyone who was watching our previous stream. We are back live once again. We'll be live till about 5 o'clock-ish, probably. Hopefully none of our internets go down again.
Like I say, our internets... I was fine. I didn't do anything. My internet did not go down.
Correct.
Correct. So this isn't meant to be an actual approximation of Andre the Giant. I literally just went in and put all the sliders up to the top. So apologies to Andre the Giant if he's watching.
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is. What's happening now, Scott? What is going on here?
I believe the dragon is talking to you, maybe, or someone is. It's coming through your heart, and you're remembering what happened to you on the fateful day that you lost your heart to the dragon.
Here he is.
There he is.
Here's the big fella. Do we know if it's him or her?
Maybe. I don't... Oh, what's going on here?
Oh.
No, we're fine. We're fine.
Here we go. Here we go. So what I didn't realise as well is when I was fighting my first big boss, is those circles on the health bar.
Yep.
If you get rid of one health bar, that's how many health bars you have left.
Mm-hmm.
So I found this out and I was like, what? So it's not like Elden Ring in that way, where Elden Ring, it's a little bit more clear when the boss is gonna die. You know?
I mean, you say that, but in Elden Ring, they'll usually show up again with like a second or third health bar.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
I don't know if you ever played Sekiro, but there's a specific boss in that you chop its head off and then it gets back up for a scrap.
Right. Here we go. No!
Slap him on his toes. So yeah, in Dragon's Dogma 1 it's like the dragon attacks your village and you go for a scrap and it steals your heart, so it's a bit different than this.
So before this happened, there was no Arisen before this happened? Everyone just lived their lives?
Yes. I mean, there are some things that happen later in the plot that maybe imply that something about the Arisen and how that works in the world, but
right.
As far as we're away,
beating heart. And they're gonna scoff it down. So what's in it for the dragon?
I don't know. It's just banter. He's doing it for the fun of it, I guess.
You think they're just so powerful. They're just like,
Aye.
you know what? Yeah.
It's like Batman, isn't it? Where, you know,
Yeah, I suppose.
it kind of needs the he needs a scrap to keep going.
Yeah.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me.
And somehow, some way, you open your eyes.
Just to be casual losing your heart. It's not that.
I mean, yeah, it's
Just walk that off, really.
it's only a small thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So now, this is flashback time, right?
Yes.
So he's just had a flashback, and now you're back in the present day. Well, I say present day, whatever day it is.
2006.
Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't
It's
it?
interesting seeing it on PS5. Like, you can't help but compare it with the PC version.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks pretty similar. It's not too far off. Like, you can tell some of the textures are a little bit less crisp because of probably the memory on the graphics and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How much textures it can hold and stuff. But
It seems I think it's more like CPU heavy than like kind of a graphics intensive game. From the sounds of things.
Although saying that, I had GeForce Experience open, and my GPU was at like 99% usage, where my CPU was only like 55%.
Alright, well maybe I'm wrong, but
when I was trying to install the shaders, my CPU went to 82C, which is hot, really hot.
And there's like a thing on Reddit where people are like compiling a list of NPCs that you can easily kill, so that the towns are a bit less busy and the frame rate gets better.
That's one way to do it, I suppose.
So I think this is the first town where you can change your vocation, which I'll show off.
So if you don't fancy being a soldier, you can be an archer.
Yeah, so it's archer, mage, thief, and soldier are your opening four, and then you unlock more. Some are like, you know, here's warrior, which is like a two-handed swordsman, sorcerer, which is like you know, like mages can heal you, but sorcerers are just all about offense, and then you can get like a couple of middle points. Like you get the magic archer later on. You get the mystic spear hand, which is a melee mage class.
Nice. Do you get an archer / soldier class as well?
So in the first game you did. In this game, there's a class called the Warfare, which allows you to swap between weapons at any time. Like, so all the classes, so you can equip a weapon from every class. You can basically do a Gandalf where you like, you're a mage, but somehow you like pull out a sword out of the blue and you just start.
Yeah, out your cloak. Is that quite late on in the game?
I found it very late, but I believe that was not the first time you can find it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'll have to go look in then. Which is hard. Which is one of the major pros of this game, is that you can just go looking for stuff, which is what I really enjoyed so far. I find this is sort of, it's like a mix between Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring, maybe Skyrim as well. A little bit of Skyrimness as well in it. It's sort of a mixture of. That's the only way I can describe it, really. I don't know how you would describe it.
I mean, like, Zelda and Elden Ring are very they're very deliberate on the NPCs.
Yeah.
Whereas this kind of has that like Bethesda thing where there are just loads of random characters that you can just bang, and then, you know, full towns and all that, which I guess is where the kind of Skyrimishness comes from. But
that's where, yeah, that's what I thought with the towns. It's very Skyrim in that way.
unlike, so yeah, when you can rank up your vocations, you get weapon skills, which is just like your special moves, which I'm going to unlock Earwood Slash now, and then your core skills, which are like the kind of latent abilities. So you don't need to equip these; you can just use them. Toss, which is a launcher. If you hold down square, you got a parry.
Nice.
Stuff like that, and then you get the augments, which can be carried over from every single class. So I believe the archer, one of the early augments you get is that your stamina, you get a stamina boost, but I can move that over to my soldier if I wanted.
Right.
I
haven't found that yet.
Let's pick up the archer. Why not?
Ooh, Archer was my choice from the very start.
So yeah,
but I'm at a mission here at the moment where you have to sneak into somewhere. So is that designed? Is that designed to then make you change to a thief just for that mission? Is that what it's there? Why it's there, or can you do it with other classes as well?
No, you can do it, but it's like very kind of free form. You can do it with other classes. It's like the kind of Skyrim thing where, like, if you wanted, you can like drop a bucket in someone's head so they can't see you. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, just everyone in the chat, thank you so much for coming back live with us. We had some technical issues about half an hour or so ago, but we are back live with Dragon's Dogma 2. You're watching Scott McCrae's gameplay on PS5. We're just in the town of Melv, looking at the innkeeper, changing our vocations, getting a few bits and bobs.
So every time you get a new class, you get like a kind of starting set. So you get like an armor set and weapons and all that. But
nice.
Encumbrance is a thing in this game, so you'll want to get rid of the excess stuff based on what character you're playing.
Is there anywhere to store the stuff other than your pawns? Is there anywhere you can store things?
Yeah, so any hotel, not a hotel. But, you know, yeah, and then you can do organized storage and you can deposit stuff in there, but it's not like specific to each inn. That'll just transfer to like any place you want to do it.
Nice. I've just learnt that, Scott.
And if you want
that is brand new information for me.
If you want, you can buy a house in some of the big cities.
Can you?
And I think you can buy multiple houses actually in the cities. And if you want to, you'll get a chest in there that will do the same thing, and you can like sleep for free and all that.
Oh, nice.
Good timing too.
Is that what that lady wants in the main city, where she's like, "You can stay at my house"?
Yes.
You just have to follow me, right?
That's one of the people who will sell you a house.
Cool.
She'll
sell you a house.
Well, she'll let you stay in the house, and then she'll come back and be like, "Right, I'm leaving. Do you want my house?" And then you give her a bit for it. But if you go up to like the noble quarter, there's a guy trying to sell you a house, and it's like 3 million. You know, so it's
yeah.
So yeah, the archer's kind of you can do this kind of auto fire thing by just pressing square, or you've got a kick, or you can like properly aim in, and you get one of the abilities you get later on is it's like it'll zoom in on something.
Yeah.
So if you're like in the middle of a scrap, you just want to get out of there, you can just go around like that, and
yeah.
But if you,
that's my favourite thing about the archer. It's so nimble.
The slide.
Yeah. Have you done that thing where you do a jump, kick, and then you press the bow, and then it does the bow animation in midair? That's amazing. There we go.
I don't have the.
Oh, you don't have the skill.
Yeah, but yes, I did that all the time when I played as
that's one of my favourite animations. It's so good. And there's also one as well where if you're running towards an enemy and then you press shoot, it does a slide into shot animation as well.
Yeah.
Like that. Oh, that's so good. That's so good.
Oh, God.
They know what they're doing, don't they, Capcom?
Oh, yeah.
They know what they're doing.
I mean, Metacritic just put out their... You know how they do, like, the publisher rankings every year?
Oh, yeah.
once again, Capcom on top after 2019. I think was the last time they did it.
Nice.
Yeah, in terms of ratings, Capcom had the best 2023 of anyone.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
But
Not surprised.
I mean that would be skewed from Street Fighter and Resident Evil being so good, but you know, even like Exoprimal, which wasn't like the best, it was still like fun, you know.
Yeah.
I think I would have really liked Exoprimal if I actually liked multiplayer games. That's kind of my main problem.
Yeah.
Like, from what I played, it was fun, but I don't really like even Helldivers 2. I'm like, I don't really care about.
You're not into it.
I like it a lot, but it's like just dealing with a faff against someone, like a group together to play it, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Outside of fighting games, because obviously then all you need to do is like play against one person.
Yeah.
It's co-op games mainly, actually, because you know, a competitive game you don't really need to think about it, but a co-op game you don't want to play with randos, otherwise it's miserable.
What was that game that we played on stream that was cancelled?
Hyenas.
Yeah.
God rest its soul.
I know.
I actually really liked Hyenas from what I played of
liked
it, but
yeah, I liked it. I really liked it as well. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shit. But I was saying this yesterday to someone, like, these kind of extraction shooters are already starting to fall off a bit, and you've got stuff like not Destiny. What are they making? Bungie, Marathon. You get that coming out, and that's not going to be another 2 years. Will people still care about extraction shooters by then? It's a tough one.
Yeah, it is. We got Alex in the chat. Being able to buy a house. This truly is a fantasy game. Yeah. Miffy, Hyenas was ace for like 30 minutes of fun. I enjoyed it. The 30 minutes I played, I really enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us, by the way, Matt. Really appreciate you being in the chat. You're watching Dragon's Dogma 2. You're watching Scott McCrae's gameplay. And we're just doing a bit of exploration at the moment. Matt also said, I don't know why they keep making them. They never work. There's still loads in development as well. You know.
I guess there's like the argument that like Team Fortress 2 was the only hero shooter on the block until Overwatch came out like 10 years later, you know.
Yeah.
So there is a you know, there is an element of obviously Tarkov's holding the fort, but you know, will something else manage to do it? I don't know. There's a lot of I don't know if you read the IGN report coming out of Bungie, but things are sounding a bit rough over there. So I don't know how Marathon will turn out for them.
Yeah, I think obviously Call of Duty tried to do it as well with with that thing within Warzone.
I've also forgotten the name of it.
Yeah, what is it called? Can Miffy help me out?
Did it all have like an acronym name? It was like
man, Warzone Extraction Mode, DMZ.
Yeah, DMZ. That was it.
Called DMZ. So they tried it and no one played it. Like no one played it. So they've just stopped development of it completely. The thing that I think as well though is what like watching Helldivers and how popular it is. It just makes me think how terribly the Halo franchise has been run. Like Halo have got the Flood, and they've got the Reach stuff, and they've got you know, they've got that sort of co-op. It's ready to go. And it's just been so mishandled.
Honestly, for me, it's more like Helldivers 2 came out the same week as Suicide Squad.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And if you think which of those games people should still be talking about, in terms of like how popular the pre-existing franchise was versus which game people are talking about, because you know they made a good game, I guess. Yeah. I think we're at the point now where like chasing trends has been a thing since like games have been a thing, but like doing it now where games are taking like 6 years to make seems like a bit of a fruitless effort.
Absolutely. Watch the water.
like it's
I remember asking you pretty early on, when do you get your horse? Because obviously I'm used to having the horse in Elden Ring, which is it's really useful if you want to travel great distances. But
yeah.
do you find that to be a restriction, or do you just prefer
So
walking?
when I there was like a report came out a few weeks ago, and it was like, I can't remember how it was worded, but they were basically like, there's no proper fast travel in this game. You know, people just
Is the ox cart?
Yeah, there's the ox cart and there's fairy stones, so there is fast travel, but they said like there's not like a proper fast travel mechanic. Like, I can't just go like, okay, oh, I want to go to the Border Watch. No, you know. And they were like, oh, people just will enjoy exploring enough that it won't matter. And in my head, I was like, you're arse. You're talking, like, even Zelda, I was like, you know, I like a good fast travel. But honestly, see, for my first, like, 30 or so hours, I think only fast travelled about 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Not including the ox carts. I mean, they're a bit different, like...
Yeah.
But the fairy stones I only used a handful of times. When I got to the end of the game and there was a lot of travelling about from the ends of the map, I was like, right, okay. But fairy stones also work like... You can put down your own fast travel spots, but they're like limited. You need to kind of buy them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Miffy's in the chat says, looks like a high graphic Zelda. Yeah, it's for me, it's a cross between Breath of the Wild, Elden Ring, Skyrim, and a little bit of Baldur's Gate 3 with the pawn system and how like it sort of works. It's not quite Baldur's Gate 3,
Yeah,
but you sort of get my vibe.
It's very systems heavy in the way Baldur's Gate was.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Yeah.
Like in Baldur's Gate, you could like kill NPCs and lock yourself out of quests, and it's that kind of same feeling you get from this. But
I've got a good feeling about this one.
I don't know, any game that lets you just do what you want rather than like...
Yeah.
As much as I think Red Dead Redemption 2 is a very good game, each of those missions have one way to beat them, you know? Whereas every fight in Dragon's Dogma 2, you know, you can probably find a new way to do it. You know, you can like... It's that Zelda thing where you can like shoot a boulder down from above an enemy and like see it flop, or like give them a big shove at the end of a edge of a roof or something like that.
There's a particular part of Dragon Dogma 2 that's gone viral on Twitter, where it was like, this is what made it the highest marks for me. Where there was you're fighting a troll, and you can stagger it in such a way that the troll falls between 2 cliff faces, and the troll becomes a bridge, and that is obviously it's done on purpose, you know. It's designed to do that way, but that's still.
But that's not like a bespoke thing in the game. Like, it's something that you can do, but that wasn't like set up. Yeah. Or no, it's an intentional thing that you can do that, but it wasn't like that specific instance wasn't like set up so there was a troll there. That was just like how it played out, you know, because.
But that played out exactly the same for me. Did you have that experience?
I've done that where I've used the troll as a bridge, but I did that because I had a troll chasing after me and I knocked out a bridge, and the bridge broke, and then they kind of stumbled over.
Amazing.
But there's other stuff like when you run out of stamina, you can you'll have like like stumble, and like fall off a thing. But there's like animation for it, you know. It's like all very. I'm a very aggro archer. I'm not a very good proponent of ranged battles, and I've just that's one of the things I do like. I don't know if it's intentional, but you can kind of heal yourself at the last second to avoid dying.
Yeah.
Nope. Not that it's helped. I've just died.
The first death, ladies and gentlemen. Your tale has ended. I mean, I didn't know until I asked you that you can grab onto a griffin as it's flying away. That is amazing.
It won't be.
But when you drop, don't you die though?
Oh yeah. But when
you have to wait for it to land.
When you're, I jumped off. So let's say I grabbed onto him. I'm trying to see on the map because obviously I won't be able to see the full map. Let's say I grabbed onto him about here, right? He took me down here. I tried to jump off him onto a bridge. Oh no, I tell you what, it was exactly here. He took me from like here down to here. I tried to jump off him onto the bridge and I fell in the water. But but like when you're on the back of an enemy, obviously the stamina gets used when you're grabbing on an enemy. But if you can walk on them without needing to grab, it'll still your stamina will charge back up. So it's not like a. I'm trying to see because I'm pretty sure you can do the same with harpies, but.
Similar thing with Breath of Wild, isn't it? Obviously, you got the stamina wheel, and like if you're climbing up a particular rock face, you have to sort of do it quite tactically. If you've got a ledge there, you can just stand on the ledge while your stamina comes back, and then you start the climb again. You know.
This does have kind of some of that Skyrim thing in it, where you'll go up to like a cliff edge and you'll try and like clearly not meant to climb up this, but you like find a way just by. This wolf must be strong if he can like carry me like this.
Whoa. You are getting destroyed. Where'd you pawn? Oh, here they are. Here they are.
I probably should have hired new pawns in the other class. That's why we don't have a mage. I changed.
Oh, you don't have a healer. You don't have a healer mage.
Might there be aught over there?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
It has got very Lord of the Rings vibes. Like I went into a particular cavern, like cave. I think it was called the Forgotten Tunnel. Do you know where I mean? Do you know where I mean?
I don't specifically know, but
it's where you find that what you said to me about the bow. Find that particular guy, and he'll lead you somewhere to practice. And there's the Forgotten Cave there, and it was literally like going into the the caves of Moria. Like it had that Moria feel.
Yeah.
With like the really dark rooms, not being able to see. You put your light on, and it's just like still dark. Like the room's that big.
That's
it's
one
like
of the things I love about night in Dragon's Dogma, where when it is night, it is night. Like you cannot see.
Yeah, you can't see.
You know?
Yeah, you can't see.
Unless you put your
you can barely
lantern
see
on,
your feet,
course.
even with the lantern. Yeah.
And obviously certain enemy types come out at night, so it makes it very, very stressful at times. But
absolutely, it does. And we are coming to a very interesting bit, I believe, at this point, which you're gonna. Have you done this before?
I'm just setting it up.
Yeah.
Because when it does appear,
something's gonna come. Here he is. It's a troll. It's a cave troll. Is that how easy it is?
I mean, he's not
dead.
It
takes off half the health. Yeah, it takes off half the health.
But,
that could have saved me a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you only need to kind of hit it. What happened? Did I just chuck its... I've never seen that in like the 50 hours I've played.
What happened?
The troll just chucked his stick at me.
No. That is one of the wonders of this game, I suppose. You see new things just constantly.
I had a pal text me, and he talked about a goblin that had a certain appendage hanging out, and I was like, that's not true at all, but I believe it because there's just that much weird stuff in this game. And it turns out it was not true, but you know, it speaks to this game's wonder that I believed that there was a giant appendage goblin. One of the sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, mate.
I was just going to say, one of the things, I don't know if we'll see it here, but if you like fall off a griffin while it's in the air, or fall off a dragon or something like that, there is a chance that your like pawns can just like catch you. which is always a fun one.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've just discovered an animation where one of your pawns will chuck you in the air.
Oh yeah, so that's that's a skill that the warrior or the soldier has.
Right. Yes.
Which you can use on your own character, but
yeah, very useful for getting over like fences that like are tall enough for you to climb them, but you can't climb them. The climbing animation doesn't work on it, which is like really frustrating. I don't know if you've come across that as well.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. The last one of the there's a specific. I never realized you could do. I never thought about this, but I saw someone do it on Twitter where you can just like pick up a pawn and there's like a ladder out of reach and just go like that.
Chuck the pawn onto the ladder.
Yeah, and they can bring it down. So it's like even after like 50 odd hours, I'm still like discovering new stuff.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go camping because.
Let's go camping. It's sort of purposefully chaotic, isn't it? This game. It's cute, like purposely chaotic, purposely unpredictable.
Yeah, I mean,
there's
like
just so many ways to do so many basic things that you just never get bored. I suppose is the point.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those games where I feel like people aren't going to be talking about the story of the game as much as they're going to be talking about a story that happened to them in the game, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's something else I didn't really show off well. Oh yeah, you'll sometimes find pawns just walking about like this, which I am going to do because we've got 2 archers.
I don't get the gift thing. What's that about?
It's meant for like when it's online, so you can like if you really like someone's pawn, you can send them a wee gift as like a thank you.
I see. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. And here we are again.
It's
about to take on the cave troll.
I'm not doing very well with my aiming, but there we go.
There we go. I've also just discovered as well that if there's a locked door with a wooden beam on it and you shoot the wooden beam, then you can open the door.
There was one near the main city. Was it dead? Did that one kill it?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh no.
Oh no, it didn't. No.
Okay.
Half health.
Well.
Or 2/3. Are you gonna chuck that boulder at it?
That did not do as much as I'd hoped.
Didn't do anything.
That's one thing I love. Every time you like get a boss down to low health, it like plays this like triumphant music. It's
yeah, and it goes like slow motion, doesn't it, as they're dying as well? It's like a really sort of big moment. Whoa!
Jeez.
This troll does not like you. Are you not using your barrage shot at all? You're just using the normal one?
I have used it, but I've not been using it as much as I probably should. I don't think I kept that as one of my archer skills though. I changed. Oh jeez, I changed mine to the one that keeps you in place and can shoot like 5 in a row.
Oh no, I like the powerful one, the one that knocks them back.
Oh yeah, no, I have that one. When you upgrade that one, it can like pin goblins and that to the wall.
Oh, sick. Need to upgrade my skills.
So yeah, the enemies will have their weak points. Like if I can get this in the eye, it will do more damage to it. Like, there you go.
Like that, yeah.
And another thing, which isn't very good to show off when I'm playing a ranged character, but like if an enemy like a big enemy like this gets stunned, you can like run up and push their legs so that they fall, and just stuff like that. Or if you're riding a dragon and it goes up in the air, you can like grab onto his back to kind of weigh it down. He is not.
Look at the amount of arrows in his face. It's on his last leg, surely.
He's not happy with me.
Oh,
There we go.
hey, there we go. That was a sick way to finish the fight.
Are any of them wanting a high five? No.
I like that as well. I
Yeah,
like
that's
that
one of the wee things I really like.
Yeah.
And you can like see them waiting there, so if you like dinging
Yeah.
them, they're just standing there like.
Yeah, just waiting.
But we'll have to drop it down from above.
Right, so we need to pick up a mage because yeah, I need to get healed a bit more. So
One thing I haven't explored as much yet is the combination of materials and things.
yeah,
I guess because the game isn't actually out yet, so like there's got to be guides that come out, that tell you which ones are the best to combine or whatever. But is there any that you've come across that you particularly like doing, or have you also?
there's a so you'll find like scrolls at points. There are specializations. They're like specific scrolls you can give to your pawns. And one of them I found was that she would go into everyone's basket and just like craft stuff for you and craft like the most important items.
That's amazing.
But there's also just like a recipe list, so if you don't want to think about it too much, you can just go use recipe and it'll show you like all the kind of different.
Cool.
Next time
Again, not even looked at that.
Next time we find a camping site, I'll need to show off the cooking animation. I don't know if you've seen it.
Oh, mate, the first time I saw the cooking cutscene, I was like, "This is amazing." That's real, right?
Yeah, that's
not like Unreal Engine 5.
No,
It's
that's
like, it's so realistic. I was like, "Nah, this can't be."
yeah, no, it did take me back a bit at first, but yeah, no, it's a video.
How close did you get to the screen? I was like,
Oh yeah, no.
And have you there's a different one there's like a steak one, there's a dried meat one.
Yep. There's like a specific one if you like cook the rotten meat.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't cook the rotten meat because I don't want to get blighted.
I mean, it doesn't look like green, but it's like a bit more like, it looks gross, but it's.
Oh, really?
But they've
So they've had to specifically get hold of some gross meat.
Yeah.
And then do a video. That's amazing.
I mean, they've probably like dyed it or something like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but.
How long has this game been in development?
So it's the Devil May Cry team. Devil May Cry 5 came out in the start of 2019. So I would assume since then they did the special edition the next year, but I would assume since 2019.
I'm surprised it's that short.
Well, again, like it's. You think about.
Think about like a mainline Zelda game. How long has it been? How long was the gap between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom? Was it 7 years?
2017 to 2023. So.
Was it?
Yeah.
So 6 years. It's about yeah. But Nintendo probably do a year of optimization, right?
Oh yeah,
And
no,
like,
they said that, didn't they? It could have come out in 2022, but they.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. March 2017, Breath of the Wild, and then Tears of the Kingdom was May 20. Yeah, so 6 years and 2 months.
Well, even then, you think about 2005 or 6, Jack X Combat Racing comes out, and then in the next 5 years you get Uncharted, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
And I think The Last of Us was just a couple years later. And then between The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2, they released one game.
Yeah.
So as Capcom seems to be on it with that type of thing. Because think about how many Resident Evil games we've had in the last 5 or so years.
Yeah.
We have a appearance from a certain someone who should be on holiday.
I was just going to say, talking of Resident Evil, we've got Rocking Games Kid in the chat. Have we completed this bad boy yet then? I haven't.
I have.
I've done about 10 hours. Loved every single minute of it so far. Scott, you've done 50 and you've completed it, right?
Yes, I could have done more.
Yeah.
You know, I probably will do more. There
It's
was
different, isn't it, when you're playing a game for review? It's a different.
Well,
you
even
have to treat it differently.
that was one of the things I was saying about is that, like, even though this was a game I had to play for review, the only reason I played so much of it is because I was really wanting to play so much of it. Like, I wasn't thinking, oh, I need to get this done in time to review it. I was like, because I could have finished the main story like probably on like Saturday night or something like that, you know. But I ended up finishing on.
Was there a part of you that thought, I don't need to complete it, or do you feel like you have to complete it in order to? Like, is the ending a big part of the overall score, or?
I don't really think so. The ending's really cool. Like the kind of like post game of this game is very cool, and there's like some surprising plot elements and stuff like that. But you know, I knew this was a like 5 out of 5 for me before I got to there. You know.
Yeah. Just look to your left and just stare at, like, just look into them, like, towards the mountains. Like, look at that. Look at the state of that.
See if I can.
It's just gorgeous.
See if I can make someone's day worse.
Is that an exploding arrow?
No, I'm just trying to see if I can like hit an NPC from down there.
Yeah, some of you find these statues, don't you? And they're basically just a good place to do the photo mode from, you know?
Yeah.
That's the whole reason they're there. Are you trying to break the bridge from there? Oh, hello. Oh, you're right on the edge.
That was a good show off of the animation work, though.
Yeah.
That kind of stumble.
The stumble backwards, yeah,
right,
yeah.
Let's see if I can.
Can you throw it? Oh. Can you throw him off the? Oh, nice. Just roundhouse kicked him off.
Let's see if I can.
So Rocking Games Kid is in the chat. Obviously, Aaron did some of the previews for us here at Mirror Gaming. I'm eager to hear his thoughts on the stuff that he played as well.
He can. I don't think he got the hype from the way he talked to me, but
which is interesting because it shares a lot with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom for me in terms of how it works. Alex says, "Is there an arrow count or are they unlimited?" They're unlimited.
They're unlimited, but you can
the standard ones.
Yeah, you can craft. I'll see if I can do any just now.
Which I found to be a massive, massive help over Elden Ring because you don't have to worry about.
So you can craft these like the tarring arrows, tarring arrows, and the drenching arrows. There's explosive arrows and stuff like that. But you have to one of your skills. So if you hold an L1, you get weapon skills. They are the different arrow types are your specific weapon skills. So. You don't really need to use them if you don't want to, you know.
Yeah.
I think I only took exploding arrows. Oh. Jesus.
Rocking Games Kid says, Dragon's Dogma 2 was an impossible game to demo, to be fair. Feel bad for Capcom, really.
Yeah, I feel that about a lot of RPGs. I mean, like, I played about 4... Not everyone can give as good of a demo as I got with like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. That's the only time I played an RPG before launch and thought, yeah, no, that's preview as well. Because we got, the way they did that preview was like, they let us play for like an hour and then they were like, okay, you're going to play this side mode for half an hour and then you go back out and it's like, here's another part of the game you can play for half an hour. But obviously, not everyone can set up a preview like that.
Yeah.
But that's the only time I've ever played an RPG as a preview and been like, yeah, this shows off the game really well. But obviously, these things are like hundreds of hours long.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to. But, I mean, I probably would have really enjoyed a preview of this anyway. I would have been like, yeah. Because I like the combat a lot in this, which is something you don't get a lot in RPGs. Like, you know, Skyrim's combat is, to put it politely, dog duty.
Yeah.
Zelda's combat's fine, you know, but
So you don't do the auto aim with the arrows? You don't like doing that? You'd rather do it manual?
Depends. If I'm in like a, if I'm in a group of goblins, I'll do the manual one.
Yeah.
But if I'm, if it's harpies and I depict them off from a distance,
Yeah.
you can.
And there's some enemies, obviously, you have to hit them at a certain place,
Yeah.
Or useful to do manually.
Let's see if there's.
Oh, a bit of money.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Gonna be live for about 10 more minutes, guys. Showing off Dragon's Dogma 2 the day before release. This is Scott McCrae's gameplay. I'm reviewing this game for Mirror Gaming. I haven't had enough time with it yet to be able to give you my full review, but it is coming. So make sure you keep an eye on our video platforms for my full review. Probably get some sort of first impressions or review in progress next week with a full review to be coming in the coming weeks because it's such a big game. That's the way we've decided to do it.
I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
One of the things that you won't be able to see because I'm not online and we won't see everyone else's pawns. So many people have made like amazing kind of like. I saw Paul and Barry chuckle. I saw one that was like Gahar Feld. That was a big Garfield guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, another thing I really like. You know what? I'll
Show off the bridge physics.
Yeah, I'll aggro a goblin first, and then we'll.
This is where the lizards first appear, isn't it, as well? Yeah, I remember this bit.
But yeah, I mean, you can like completely mess up your day.
Oh, see ya.
But that's like, as silly as it seems, that's the type of thing where I'm like, this is great. This is
yeah.
This is what I love in a game where you can just like think, can I do this stupid thing, and then also you can climb up the bridge once you're. I think I've just killed my pawn. I think I've just killed Hulk Hogan. So
I think you have. You forfeited him.
Do
you have to wait until like time passes for the bridge to be rebuilt, or can you? Rebuild
it'll rebuild in a couple of days of game time. So if you really mess up, you're not completely gulped for the rest of the game. But if you
Oh no, he's gonna take you off the edge. Oh, if they were smart, they would have just.
Jesus.
Wow. Bit of help here, guys.
That's the other thing, pawns will learn from you, so obviously that one's
Yeah.
seen me launch things off a cliff so much that it's now like...
Yeah.
And if you keep going and ignoring fights and trying to loot while the pawns are fighting, they will start doing that themselves.
Yeah. Was there any co-op in the original Dragon Dogma?
No. It's the same system as this.
Yeah.
There,
I did think like, oh, this would be good as a co-op, but then
there was an MMO that only came out in Japan that had a co-op in it, but never came over here, so we never got to.
What the hell is that?
It's a slime. That's another thing. Like, okay, if you've destroyed the bridge, now you're like, oh, we've gubbed this. We need to find another way around. But there is usually another way around. Like, you can go down here and risk annoying this guy. Was he already dead?
I think he's dead. Yeah, the lizards killed him off.
Rest in Pollock Shaws. Oh.
I wonder why they don't kill you off instead of.
It'd probably be annoying. You probably fall in the water a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
The Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Are you able to buy a skill to jump higher?
It's tied into your kind of like.
Oh, your character progression.
Yeah, the way you build your character is one of them as well. So like, obviously, I've created this big monstrosity of a man, so he's not going to be as nimble as like this tiny little person over here.
Yeah. Because there are some places that I just can't reach, you know. And I just think, oh, just 5 more levels or something. I hate them lizards. They're so for archers as well. They're difficult. They're one of the enemies that you need like a warrior or a soldier on your party to get them gone.
Warrior is one of the ones where I wish I liked it more.
Oh really?
Because like in Monster Hunter,
the heavy weapons.
Yeah, because in Monster Hunter that's my like go-to. I love like the hammer and the greatsword and all that, but you know, this is a bit faster, so it's never as grab me as much as the main one. God, I was gonna
look at how much you still need to like. It's such a big map. How would you compare it like against other games, like in terms of map size? Can you think of a similar like Breath of the Wild? It's bigger than Breath of the Wild, isn't it? It's bigger than Elden Ring. Just
it doesn't. That's the thing. It doesn't feel as big because you get even though the map, like, you know, it shows you as like really far away, you know, but like it doesn't feel as long walking as the map seems to imply it will be. I mean, I don't really know. It doesn't feel bigger than Breath of the Wild to me, but it might be, you know. It's one of those things where, oh god.
There's a lot of enemies here, and they're fighting each other as well, which is also a cool thing.
I think these, I'm kind of afraid of wolves. They keep dragging me away. I also need to find my pawn again.
Yeah, you need what is it called? The stone, Riftstone.
Yeah, Riftstone.
Nice. Very nice.
Works every time, 100% of the time.
Only if you've got a character as big as
I mean, my guy wasn't like massive, but he's still got away with.
How kind of you. Take this with my gratitude.
Oh, that's nice. What did she give you?
A harpy snare smoke beacon.
Ooh, nice.
Give me Arisen.
Got about 2 minutes to go then. So I know, obviously, again, full transparency, we haven't put a review out for this yet. That will be coming, but you've reviewed it for another publication, which is out now. You can go check that out at a rival publication.
Yeah.
Just as you stumble across another enemy.
You can look at my Twitter account.
Yeah, look at.
We'll not.
Oh dear, are you going to be ripped into two now? Oh, wow.
I don't know. Oh my god.
Wow. MC is in the chat. 30 FPS with a shocked face. The PS5, I believe, does not have an FPS counter, but yeah, it does look.
It's
30 and 60.
It's uncapped, but it hovers about kind of 30 FPS. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
even with PC with a 3070, I was getting like 30 to 60 in open areas. It's like even less than that in built-up areas.
As much as I do like 60 frames, you know, it's not the end of the world. Yeah,
it's playable.
I think the game is good enough to justify it. You know, like you could play Zelda and that was dropping frames all the time. You can play this.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to just summarise Dragon's Dogma 2 for us?
It's a banger.
What are your thoughts? Yeah.
I mean, at said other publication, I gave it a 5 out of 5, which
turn into Aaron.
I know, but right, 5 out of 5 does not mean a 10 out of 10. But if I was reviewing it for a place that was a 10-point scale, it would have been a 10 out of 10, and it would have been one of the easiest.
Oh, really?
One of the easiest 10 out of 10s I've ever given. Like I think this is the first time I've used the word masterpiece in a review. I think it is that good. It's been a bit more mixed than than the likes of Elden Ring, and there we go. That's a good way to end it.
Yeah.
Than the likes of Elden Ring and Breath of the Wild, but you know, it's.
What do you think that is?
I mean, there's probably.
Is it a little bit more?
It's a bit obtuse.
A little bit buggy. It's a bit rough around the edges.
It feels like the game that released, and it feels like Dragon's Dogma 1 in ways. It's very uncompromising in what it's setting out to do, which is to make what they wanted to do with Dragon's Dogma 1. But again, let's just grab a random NPC and hoist them, why not?
Yeah, just to finish the stream. So they will perish.
Place to harvest some ingredients.
Looks like it.
We could pick some now and use them when the
God rest their soul.
Yeah, and on that note, thank you so much everyone for watching. You've been watching Nathan Bliss and Scott McCrae play Dragon's Dogma 2 the day before release. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks to everyone in the chat. Alex, Miffy, Rocking Games Kid, MC just at the end as well. We had a few more in the original one before we had some technical issues, but thanks for sticking with us, guys. We've got a video just come out just 1 minute ago, which is Rise of the Ronin, 10 minutes of unedited gameplay, so go and watch that if you're interested in that. And stay tuned for our full review of Dragon's Dogma 2, which is a masterpiece, in Scott McCrae's words. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. We've got some great stuff on the channel coming up, so why don't you get subscribed and bash the like button if you enjoyed this video. But for us, for Dragon's Dogma 2, that's all for us. Have a lovely evening, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everyone. Say bye, Scott.
Oh, bye. I was waving.
Say bye.
I was waving.
The people want to hear you say bye. Goodbye.
Bye.